Hello friends, I welcome you all on my YouTube channel Talks on Homeopathy. Today we are going to discuss Boric's repertory with its advantages and special features. Starting with some basic information, Boric's repertory. The repertory is appended with the pocket manual of homeopathic materia medica compiled by Dr. William Boric. The first edition of Materia Medica was published in 1901, but the first edition of repertory came with third edition of Materia Medica, which was published in 1906. The author of repertory was Dr. Oscar E. Boric. There are total 25 chapters and total number of medicine are 1414, where we have 5 medicines repeated with the same names. So we have total number of medicine is 1409. Total two grades are given in this repertory to evaluate medicines: italics and Roman. The construction of repertory. This will facilitate us to search particular rubrics, and for that we are going to see the arrangement of chapters, arrangement of rubrics, arrangement of subrubrics, gradation of medicine, arrangement of cross-reference, and certain special features. The main rubrics are given in capital bold letters, and subrubrics are given in bold Roman letters with one space inside below the main rubric. Here you can see in picture there is awkward, brain fag, catalepsy. Those all are written in capital bold letters, and those all are main rubrics. The main rubrics are given in alphabetical order. You can see over here the delirium rubric, and the sub-rubric for delirium is alcoholic, carphologia, etc., which are given in simple Roman letters in bold letter. Going with the further, there are certain clinical terms which are given in bracket with main rubric. Here you can see the rubric erotomania in main rubric of mania, where in bracket there is a clinical term written like nymphomania or satyriasis. Also you can see here is a monomania, where you have a term kleptomania. The next is, you can also find in chapter head the clinical term meningitis, where we have a inflammation of spinal cord. Now, with pain rubric, the sub-rubrics are given in one particular order. So with every pain rubric we will find the first there is a sub-rubric of cause, then type of pain, then location, then concomitants and modalities, which are again divided into aggravation and amelioration. So here we have a rubric of cephalgia or headache in repertory, and we have a first list of causative factors, then we have a type of headache, then we have a rubric of location, then there is a rubric of character of pain, then concomitants, modalities, where you have a first aggravation and amelioration. The vertigo rubric is included in chapter head. So in head chapter, you are supposed to find out the rubrics related with vertigo. So here you have a vertigo, dizziness, remedies in general, then cause and type. Again we are going to see the rubric of pain under the chapter eye. So we have a location of a pain, where you have eyeball, orbits, then you have type of pain. There is a modalities, where you have aggravation first, and here the amelioration. Same in ear chapter, when we are going to look for the pain or otalgia rubric, you have a type, modalities, where we have aggravation and amelioration. One more thing is, in every chapter the rubrics are having a particular order. The author had selected main rubrics on the basis of certain parts or certain main clinical conditions. So if you see in chapter face, there is a location of a chin is given, and in chin there are different rubrics of eruptions on chin are given in this particular rubric. There is one old terminology for trigeminal neuralgia is given in chapter face, which is known as a tic doulorex. If you see a chapter mouth, it's containing the different conditions of a inner mouth. You can see here stomatitis, inflammation of tongue, inner mouth. You also see a tylism. Then we have a chapter taste, then gums. When you see a teeth chapter, it starts with a alveolar abscess. Then we have a different rubrics of dentition, fistula dentalis, and we have a odontalgia rubric, toothache, where again we have a same representation, the cause, location, type of pain, and concomitants. Again the modalities, amelioration, etc. Okay, now we are going to see certain special features of this repertory, like appetite, aversion, disagreeableness towards certain food items, craving, thirst. All rubrics are given in stomach chapter. So if you look into repertory, there is a rubric appetite, perverted, and aversions to different food items. You have alcohol, brandy, bread, butter, etc. Here we have a rubric of appetite, perverted, cravings, and we have a appetite, things that disagree. In same stomach chapter, we have a rubric of thirst. In abdomen chapter, the conditions of intestine, anus and rectum are included in abdomen only. So there is no separate chapter of intestine or anus and rectum. So if you look into chapter of abdomen, this is chapter abdomen, there is a location is given anus and rectum, and there you find a different conditions of anus and rectum. That is a fissures, fistula in ano. Here again we will find the prolapsus ani. Then you have a diarrhea, which is enteritis or enterocolitis. So in same chapter, this is abdomen, we will find the enteritis and enterocolitis terms, where you will find a cross reference of diarrhea. There is also a rubric given as a gallbladder, biliary calculi. There is a hemorrhoids. The separate rubric is given, piles. And most important thing, the rubrics of worms we will also find in a chapter of abdomen, where you have a different rubrics of worms like Ascaris lumbricoids, Tinea, Trichinea, etc. The symptoms of heart and pulse and all conditions of arteries and circulatory system are given in the chapter of circulatory system. That is arteries. Okay, so first, that is the circulatory system. You will find the main rubric of a related with a specific organ. So here he had included the first organ or a first tissue like arteries, and there you will have a different conditions of aorta. Then you have atherosclerosis, it is given in a bracket. Then we have another organ like heart, and we have affections of a heart given in same rubric. So here there is a myocarditis, pericarditis, neurosis of heart. Here you have a pulse. Okay, so in pain rubric of particular main rubric of heart, we have a neuralgic pain of heart, where we are going to supposed to find out the angina pectoris. The symptoms of respiratory organs like lungs, pleura are all given in respiratory system. So in this respiratory system, you will also find the location starting from your larynx, bronchi, etc. Okay, so in throat chapter you will only find the rubrics pertaining to up to the organs of a pharynx. So if you are going to find out the inflammation of pharynx, tonsils, alveoli, you are going to find out in a throat chapter. But whenever you are going to shift to a lower respiratory tract from larynx to trachea and lungs, all rubrics are included in this respiratory system chapter. So this starts with the first location, bronchial tubes, where you will find asthma. You will find different types of asthma like hebdomadal. Hebdomadal means the complaints reoccurring every 7 days. Then you have humid, Miller's asthma, Miner's asthma, and all different types. In same chapter, we are going to find out the inflammation lungs in bronchopneumonia, Crouper's pneumonia, and we have stages of pneumonia, consolidation, resolution. Then also we have a types of pneumonia. Same thing in same chapter, we are going to have a tuberculosis, phthisis, and then we have a different rubrics of tuberculosis. See, here we are going to have a term of laryngitis, inflammation of larynx. Then we have a location pleura, where we have empyema and pleurisy, and again there is conditions of respiration. Neuralgic pains are included in nervous system. So in many repertories, the neuralgic pains are considered if they are located to a certain part, like neuralgia of brachial nerves or neuralgia of sciatic nerve. Okay, so it is considered to refer the chapter of extremities, but in this repertory, neuralgic pains are given in nervous system, where you have a locations. Here we have a brachial plexus, cervicobrachial neuralgia, ciliary neuralgia, and most important thing is we have a sciatic nerve or sciatica in nervous system. So in nervous system, again we will have a different types of symptoms related with the chorea, convulsions, and again a separate rubric of epilepsy. A wonderfully explained rubric of epilepsy you will find in a nervous system, which will help you to tackle down any case of epilepsy with cause, concomitants, aura, and all modalities of epileptic conditions. Okay, now when we look into modalities, general modalities chapter, we will find the mental aggravating factors or the state of mind which aggravates the normal conditions, like aggravation from anger, aggravation from consolation. So you will find over here in alphabetical order. This is general modalities chapter, where you have aggravation from anger. Again, here is the aggravation from consolation. Now in female sexual system chapter, we will find the rubrics of pregnancy, labor, puerperium, and also conditions of a meme. So here the rubric of pregnancy and labor, which starts with a first rubric of abortion. You will find so many sub rubrics of abortion with some discharges with associated symptoms. Then here is a condition of labor, okay, where we have a eclampsia, convulsions during labor. Then you have a pains of labor, false labor, okay, hourglass contraction. So all clinical terms are included in this repertory. Okay, here we have a rubric of puerperium or lying in period, means after pregnancy. There is a hemorrhage, postpartum hemorrhage, where we have a lochia, conditions of lochia. Okay, we also have a puerperal fever, septicemia after pregnancy. Then the rubric of lactation. Okay, we will find the galactorrhea, then agalactia. All rubrics are given over in this chapter. Now another most important thing is the conditions of male are included in skin chapter. So we will find the nails under the chapter of skin. In generalities chapter, there are certain important rubrics are given, like prophylactics, where you have a sub rubrics like cholera, diphtheria, hay fever, measles, mumps. Okay, so you can use them whenever you want certain preventive or prophylactic medicine. Then you also have a complaints abuse of a general rubric in generalities chapters, where we have a substance abuse rubrics like arsenic, belladonna, potassium bromide, chloral potash, okay, cod liver oil, coffee. Okay, now we will see the adaptability of Borik's repertory. So in which cases you can use this repertory and you will find out medicine very quickly and very most indicated to your case. So this is useful in cases where mental general and physical generals lacking and only characteristic particulars are available. So characteristic particulars with causative modalities, with cause, with some concomitants, etc. The cases with more clinical symptoms, okay, where you have a common clinical symptoms. Cases with nosological terminology. So we seen that the repertory is full of important clinical terminologies for quick prescription at bedside and in acute conditions. Okay, so the repertory is having a very less number of medicines in all clinical conditions. This repertory is having medicines which are clinically verified, so you can directly use them in clinical conditions and in acute conditions. Going with the working method of Borik's repertory, so you can work out with the three basic method of repertorization. The first method is clinical method, which is given by Dr. Garth Borik, So you are going to find out the common symptoms and determinative symptoms, okay, and then you are supposed to work out with the repertory. You can also work out the case with characteristic particulars whenever they are available in case, like cause, character of pain, location, modalities and concomitants. And the last method is when you have a characteristic mental and physical generals, like you are going to form totality of symptom, and you can use this repertory if you are having enough data, okay. Some special features. This is a general clinical repertory, okay. So means the repertory contains the rubrics of whole human organism from head to foot, from mind to lower extremities, and it is a clinical repertory based on clinical rubrics and clinical verified medicines. So it is the most useful when you have a clinical cases. There are more number of clinical terms are given. We had already discussed the many number of clinical terms are given. So it is very easy to locate a group of medicine with the help of those clinical terms. There you have a clinical verified medicine for a quick prescription. Total 1409 medicines are given, so it is enough for clinical practice. Pain conditions are explained with a characteristic components like cause, type, location, modalities, concomitants, which makes your prescription very easy. There are 2 grades of medicines are given, so the differentiation of medicine is very easy. Appended with materia medica, so it's easy to refer materia medica whenever needed, okay. Suppose you are attending a patient in a very acute emergency, you are having a certain home visits, and just assume the scenario that you are looking one repertory and then you are referring a materia medica, and just you are going one book to another, and the relative or patient will think what doctor is doing, okay. But here you are just going to refer the only one book at a time, so it will make your process very easy. The rubrics of prophylactics and abuse of substances are separately given, so it is very easy to find out some medicines whenever you are having a case of this particular conditions. So thank you for watching this video. For more topics like this, you can visit my blog and also my YouTube channel. You can also post your queries or your suggestions in comment section. Until then, goodbye. Keep learning. Thank you.